starting off real quick. This is not a review on my beautiful helmet. This is how I'm getting my helmet ready for 2026 riding season. Let's go. Look at that. I do not know if it's going to show up on any of these cameras, this carbon look, but it is beautiful. Look at that. I think I got it on this camera. I mean, it is just a beautiful beautiful helmet. It is the first time I bought a helmet, I would say in the last 10 years. For looks, I paid a little bit extra. All right, before I get into anything crazy, I'm going to start with something basic. This is a Tubbs Jackson mount for my helmet that will allow me to install a Cardo, Pack Talk, Edge, or Pro. Look at that. It is a very nice part. When I ordered it, came from the UK. Took a little while for them to build it and make it, whatever they're doing. They were saying that it was in the process of being manufactured and packaged, that they sold out. This is really a cool looking thing. And as soon as they said print it, I was like, oh man, what's it gonna look like? It's beautiful. The finish on this is nothing like the finish. Look at that, the finish on this. Can you see the little lines and stuff that are in there? That is what I get when I 3D print things. It just makes sense. If you ever watch a 3D printer work, it's just... So let's see what it takes to install this on your helmet. Movie magic, old man glasses. We're going to see what it takes to pop this thing off. I don't want a knife, just something to kind of maneuver it. I just love this helmet. Look at that. That is just beautiful carbon work. Don't want to muck it up, so I am looking for a clean install. I don't really, very few times in my life have I ever bought a helmet for its looks. This was one of the few times. So this just slides down, unhooks. If I had looked at the Tubbs Jackson one, I would have saw that. Clink, ding. Let's put this aside. So this looks like it slides right in. Oh, it worked. Just had to angle it in, and like the top part clicked in, and then this part clicked in. All right, that's it. Tubbs Jackson. Check it out. That's it. Check it out. It is in. All right, Pack Talk Pro. Just want to open this up nice and neat. All right, that's it. Pretty much nothing exciting. Well, I mean, it's exciting, but it's all software. Feels about the same as the other one. Look at that. It's pretty simple, not a lot to it. I do like the fact that this, for a while, I was using earbuds. I had a loud helmet that was horrible. And the Pack Talks have little 9mm jacks that you can plug in earbuds to and then put your helmet on. I haven't needed them since they've started doing good things with their speakers. But a lot of the hookup stuff that would have been on the outside should be streamlined with what we just got from Tubbs. So let's see how that works. Helmet. Carbon helmet. Beautiful. Tubbs mount. And that guy feels like it's on there. I'm not going to tempt fate, but it feels good. And then these two, they just slide in. I think they're the same for all Cardos or all modern Cardos. Just put it in. And it should click. Did you hear it? It's in. All right. Look at that. Ah, got the Cardo. Does that look much cleaner? Hey, I hear this is a thing. Hold on. Anybody? That was kind of anticlimactic, huh? All right, so my next step is installing my Motorads Flex Slim mount. Why I really like these mounts, 3M tape like all the other ones that you see, but this just seems to be built a little bit better. Like this is more like a rubber texture, the mount itself. And inside there's a piece of metal. So as you see, once we get this kind of placed where I want it, it'll kind of bend and conform to the helmet. And provide a little bit more structure to anything. Here it is. Didn't want to pick up the helmet too much because you know, it's a beautiful helmet. Something to watch out for is make sure I don't block my vent. Not really sure how that works anyway, but I usually don't have access to it just with the camera in the way anyway. So that's good to know. So when you're mounting the camera will be fixed. I'll probably be at an angle like this. So when you push this in, that's how far I need to have the camera out if you want to use this vent. So there is a very small lip. You can see it right here underneath, like right above, below the assembly here, and this contraption to open and close it. I'm going to try to get that perfect there. Bam! Let's take a look. So we'll take this, we'll bend it, and it is important to note, like you have this thin little strip, but in the middle, check it out. There's like a little extra bevel for the mount, but it is all one piece, and that's what I think makes this great. It looks like it should fit pretty good there. So I'll just take this and bend it. So that'll kind of be the shape that I want. I'm looking at it and it is laying flat pretty much everywhere. So I think I'm gonna run with that. All right, what I like to do, they do a good job. They send you candy. You get candy with your stuff. And then they send you these little alcoholic wipe that I'm gonna wipe this down really good. And then I'm gonna hit the helmet with a heat gun just to warm that up a little bit. And I also heat this up just to get that glue extra sticky, permeable. I'm not gonna be able to say the word right now because I'm trying to think of it. So I'm gonna put that on and see how that goes. After it's on, I probably won't move it around that much. I'll use these clamps to ratchet it on. I will let it sit overnight. So this is going to be the end of today's adventure with this. All right, 24 hours later, here we are. Helmet has been sitting untouched. Did I say 24 or 48 hours? Look, got it all rigged up. We're going to see how this works out. So there it is. It is on. Feels pretty solid. Got some nice goo, and I think this is why usually we try to heat up the glue. It comes out a little bit from the bottom, all the way out. Came out from the little bit from the top. Don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. The important thing is I can still use my modular. That is awesome. Happy with how this turned out. It's going to keep the nice sleek look. Got that on this side. The last step for me, I don't know if anybody else is interested, is speakers or microphone for the cameras. What I do, and I don't know if people like this or not, these little mic minis from DJI. What I do is I take the magnets. I'll actually use the magnets I bought, those random ding-a-ding-a-ding, teeny magnets, and I like these because they're small, so if there's any contour on the inside, I can make them fit. All right, so where we left off, the Motorads has been sticking for a few days. That is not going anywhere. If you get the Motorads kit, it does come with, I am so unorganized and cannot wait to throw stuff away. Comes with one of these little doohickeys to attach to the mount. If you have a quick release mount, you do need to supply that yourself. I have one right here for a DJI. I'll go ahead and attach that. I don't have, or I won't use this screw that they sent, I'll use one of these little guys, these little Allen bolts that'll screw right into that. Can you see? I'll put the size somewhere so you could see it. Just because it gives it a little bit sleeker look, especially with this, because that is nice. The project that I finished up last, oh, and what I do like about the extra stuff, it kind of picks the camera up a little bit so I can see the little red light, so I know that it is recording. Something else I like about the Motorads versus the other brand fin mounts is look how high the mount sits up. If I set the helmet down, it's not pressing against it. If you watch some of the videos, some of the other reviews, people, when they show you, they'll actually put the helmet on the edge of a table so the camera isn't hitting. Maybe that's why mine fell off. So what I did, our last update, so this has been days. I'm going to take a picture of this. I put magnets in, these little teeny tiny Amazon magnets. I put these in to hold my DJI mic minis. Last season, I worked out my mic minis and found out that they worked great. I do run two. I will run one for my Action 5. Man, I can't wait to clean this up. And my 360. The DJI 360 will sit up on the handlebars clamp somewhere doing its thing, and then I can either talk and it'll sync them together and in software, and it's just very easy to have two mics. Take off my hat. I'll get a picture of what this looks like inside. So this is me with my really expensive helmet that I went ahead and modified the death out of. Let me see. Oh, did I switch the lock? I might have to edit this part out. Okay, I'm going to try this again. I haven't figured out the way to actually, force the helmet. Well, actually, I figured out how to force the helmet to stay up with this little latch. I haven't figured out how to disengage it yet without looking at it. Practice and muscle memory. So, I come down. Like this, I like the way the chin engages. I just take my DJI mics and clip. Clip. Motovlogging is engaged. I can push down it, turn it, if I want to get rid of the fluff or whatever. This side, you can see it's a little bit lower. This side, not so much, but these magnets hold great. The only trick is with the DJI mics, I make sure you slide it off the magnets instead of pulling it straight off. There you go. So my helmet is done. It is ready to go and ride. I can open it. Oh, see, I'm used to the old. I think if I push it up all the way here, clip. Yeah, see, this little guy gets. Anyway, I'll figure that out. This is not a helmet review. We're going to put some miles on it before we figure that out. So that is how I get my helmet ready for motovlogging. So what do you guys do? This is just a collage of stuff that no one should really have to do to a brand new helmet. It is just how we roll. All right, this is Jerry Minnowmoto. Thanks for watching. Links are going to be down in the bottom to all the gear that I using, all that fun stuff. $10 for Beyond Riders, a little coupon code down there if you want to buy something. And I think that is all. Thank you for watching. Can you see sun? Sun's coming out. We just had like 8 inches of snow this morning, but it's almost melted. So, woohoo! We're going to be riding soon. I can feel it. Stay safe, be kind, have fun.